الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الصلاة خير من النوم الصلاة خير من النوم الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح
Welcome back to Just Books. Pakistani writer Danial Moinuddin, whose first debut collection of short stories, In Other Wonders, Other Rooms, that came out 2 years ago, has been a great success around the world. And of course, he's now one of the regional finalists for the Commonwealth Writers' Prize, which is announced in Delhi. Danial, delighted to have you back in Delhi. What an eventful 2 years it's been for you since In Other Wonders, Other Rooms came out, a first book. Do you have a feeling of having hit the jackpot?
I do, sort of, but also the book is so far behind me now, and I've been working on other things, so I sort of feel as if that was a different person that wrote that book. And I applaud him, but that's not who I am.
Right, but you have been really on the road quite a lot with your brilliant collection of short stories. It's been much in demand, many translations. How has life changed for you in these last 2 years?
Well, I guess there's more pressure on me, of course. But it's surprisingly little. I mean, writing is a solitary craft, and so at the end of the day, I return to my study and face the computer.
Right. You've always led a sort of double life between Pakistan and America, your mother being American, your father being Pakistani. You went to Dartmouth College, then to Yale Law School, were a practicing lawyer, and then you did this kind of somersault, didn't you, a 360-degree turn, and came to become a farmer in Punjab.
Exactly. Well, I'm a bit of an acrobat, you see, so I've tried in my life, I've been lucky in my life to have a number of careers, so that's correct, yeah. I'm now living in Pakistan.
Right, but working in a law firm in New York and then transferring to running a farm in Punjab, what was that change like?
Oh, obviously it was night and day, and it required a tremendously different set of skills. Although I think that the acuity of a lawyer is very much required to run a farm in Punjab.
Right. What is really very moving about your set of interlinked short stories is their observation of rural life in the subcontinental hinterland. Very curious that in contemporary English writing coming out of the subcontinent, not many people seem to have much time to observe goings-on in the rural countryside.
Well, it's not just that they don't have time, they don't have the access. You know, of all of my friends, all of my literate friends, I'm the only one I know who does not live in the city. So I've had access to these lives and to these stories, and I feel fortunate for that.
Right. That's at one level, of course. But you're going very deeper into the emotional landscapes of these people. In particular, the relationship between men and women. And in the case of many of your interlinked short stories, it's the older men who really prey in a terrifying way on much younger, vulnerable, sadder women.
This is true. But I think just generally, women in Pakistan are powerless, more or less. I mean, there are exceptions, of course, but therefore they have to use whatever means are available to them to achieve their purposes. And obviously sex is one of the strongest cards they hold. And work, you know, by definition, if you're looking for powerful men, generally they're older men. You are young and nubile. The object of your affections is older and powerful, and that's a dynamic that I see very much in Pakistan.
Right. So do you see these women as victims?
They are victims, yes, but they're victims who are trying to empower themselves, and often in misguided ways.
And often failing miserably.
And failing miserably. I mean, this is the thing about being powerless. When you're powerless, often you do fail, because men generally have power of themselves. But women having power through men, whenever the affection of the man is withdrawn, they lose everything they've gained.
Right. I mean, there are stories of really heartrending rejection. Samina, the servant girl who works up trading sexual favors, ends up into destitution. The genteel, lower middle class sort of companion to the grand landlord, Mr. K.K. Haruni, also is horribly rejected and driven out of the house after his death. So it's a very inequitable relationship.
It is an inequitable relationship, and I think in Pakistan there's a great deal of inequity, not just between older men and younger women, but between all sorts of people. It's a country in which there is a great deal of unfairness.
Tuba.com
I feel
comfort in the truth.